Head on the swivel, I'm focused and not out here nervous. Your words never hurt us. Straight out the dirt, know the grind is gon' take me the furthest. My verses in cursive. Me and my dog wrote this down 50-50, no curtains. I'm closing the curtains. Stop all the acting, I'm tired of all of the purpose. Moving like I'm Newton, never go against the law. Moving like I'm Newton, never walk. Moving like I'm Newton, never walk. I be moving like I'm Newton, never go against the law.
Back with another episode of the Law Athlete Podcast. I feel real good today because I feel like I'm about to elevate on a whole nother level, okay? A whole nother level. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna elevate on a whole nother level, all right? I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I'm about to write so much stuff off. All right? I got my notebook and I'm just so prepared to listen and learn from one of the greatest tax guys, not only in America, but also in Canada, right? I got my man, Theo Kagabo. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Thank you for having me, brother.
No problem. My man Theo is very successful at what he does. CEO of Kagabo Consulting.
Correct.
And AKA the TaxMan, right? And I would like to say, man, you have done a fabulous job of promoting yourself as the TaxMan. The things that you do on social media is phenomenal, okay? I've been learning so much stuff from you, man. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know I could write that off. For example, Theo, he did some stuff where it was like, you know, if you want to go on a trip, right, you can write that off. I'm like, well, all right, cool. You know, how you do it? Well, you know, you gather up a bunch of your friends, y'all talk business, a bunch of entrepreneurs and stuff for your birthday, right? You did that for your birthday?
Yeah.
Right.
My birthday was a little different, but we'll jump into that.
We'll
talk all about it.
You know, I need to know how to write off everything, okay? Even my soul. Say no.
That's crazy. I knew you were gonna say something crazy.
I'm playing. But I'm super excited, man. I really think a lot of people are gonna enjoy this, especially a lot of athletes, right, that wanna get into business and really just don't understand when it comes to that side of the business. How can they benefit from that side, right? A lot of young entrepreneurs, right, coming out with the NIL and all of this good stuff. I think it's very essential and it's very important. So, man, come on, man. Talk to me, man. Give me a little bit about you, man. Give me a little bit about you. I know you from Canada.
Yeah, actually, like where I was raised is where you happen to play, actually, Ottawa. Yeah.
They cut me, but it's okay.
Hey, man, the city still loves you.
The city loved me. I hope the city loved me. I did what I had to do, you know. Then I got cut.
You did all right. You played well.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw the clips.
You saw the clip?
Well. Yeah, you played well.
I thought I played well.
You did. It's cool.
All right, just making sure, cause
you know you played well.
Yeah, but this is the nature of the game. But Ottawa, it was a blessing to be out there, man. The air felt different.
Clean, right?
Clean, man, clean.
Yeah, it's very different than America.
And when I was there, yo, they got money out in Ottawa.
Not like America, man.
I don't know, man. I was seeing some Audis, the 8s or 8Is, whatever the hell they call it. I was seeing the G wagons, yo, like all around the stadium. I'm like, dog, these people got money. The government money. They got that government money.
I mean, honestly, Canada's like, in my opinion, like one of the best places to go to if you want like something stable. You know what I mean? You're gonna have good healthcare. You're gonna have good education. The difference between the education there as opposed to the U.S. is like public schools are funded by the state, like the provinces, right? Or as opposed to here, they're funded by property taxes. So if you live in a rough area, your education is gonna be not as well as, you know, the better areas just because those homes are cheaper, right? And so, but in Canada, it's like it's almost allocated fairly if you were to ask me. You know what I mean? And so because everybody kind of gets like almost the same type of education, like you'll find people from all walks of life all in one school. And you know, just they're able to communicate with one another. And another beautiful thing about it is it's full of immigrants. Full of immigrants. You know, even the white people, they'll tell you like, oh yeah, like my parents are from Greece or they're from Russia. Like, and so in those countries, they just have like a different type of dog in them. You know what I mean? Because those countries are, some of them, they come from a rough upbringing and things like that.
Right.
And so when you come up from a rough upbringing, naturally you're gonna try and make your kids as tough as you can.
Right.
Which is why I think the communication there is just so different. And like honestly, like from where I was raised, everybody just came from outside of Canada. And so that's why I'm able to communicate really well with people from all over the world.
I like that.
Indians, Jews, Russians, Ukrainians, like you name them, we'll talk. You know, and it's a cool vibe. You know, Serbians are some of the coolest people you'll ever meet.
Really?
Kind of crazy, but they're super cool.
Why are they so crazy?
Bro, they just like to, talk shit. They like to argue.
That's all people.
Not like them, bro. They just argue just cause, bro. Yeah, and I think it's hilarious.
They're aggressive.
So they kind of toxic.
Hey, man, nothing you can handle. Nothing you can handle. You know what I mean?
Honcho.
You just gotta prove to them.
Yeah,
Whatever
prove it
y'all
to 'em.
talking about, you gotta have facts.
That's it.
You gotta have facts.
Gotta have the facts. They need the
Oh,
car
wait,
facts.
gotta have the receipts, man.
Okay.
They need the car facts.
See, sometimes people like that be getting on my nerves though. I be like, you smart motherfucker. God damn, like I can't have an argument. It's certain people, it's like, you know what, let me not even argue with them because I know they're gonna try to Google everything.
Right.
And it's like, no, because here, and I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, cool, fuck it. All right, you got it. I don't even care no more. I don't even care to argue no more.
They're just making sure you stay honest.
That's true.
You know what I mean? You can't be mad at that.
I can't be mad. I actually appreciate it, to be honest. But sometimes it get a little annoying. I'd be like, fuck, why is this person like so smart? You smart motherfucker.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? But it's okay though, because they teach you a lot and you learn a lot, and there it is. That's
Absolutely,
what it is.
man.
So let's go ahead and get into, let's get the people what they came here for, right? Right? I need to write off everything.
Okay.
Everything, man.
Well, before we get into the write-offs, explain what taxes are and the pros and cons of taxes.
Facts.
Of having taxes.
Of having taxes?
Of paying taxes.
I mean, I don't think anybody should pay a penny more than they should.
So explain that.
Right? I mean, the way the tax code is like written and broken down, it's not meant for employees. It's really meant for business owners and entrepreneurs and investors, right? So if you happen to be an employee, you're very limited on what you can do to kind of reduce your tax bill. That's why they just tell you like, oh, max out your retirement accounts. Like that's like some of the best thing you could do. And then just buy investment properties. Other than that, I mean, donate to charities. But do you want to donate your bread? Like, take it a tax deduction?
I mean, I like to give back, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like giving back is really good. I mean, even today, man, we try to, buy some food for this, this guy, obviously he didn't have a home and stuff like that. But he ain't want nothing. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I mean, it is important to donate. But I mean, if that's like your like one of your few choices, you're one of your few choices to save money on taxes, like
You're in some trouble.
You know what I mean? You're
Right.
supposed to donate out of like your heart, out of just like, cause you're in the mood, like, oh yeah, like I'm here, this is what I want to do. I would like to donate, I'd like to help these people out. But if you're looking for like tax savings and one of your three options is donating, like that's.
So you're not really donating out of the kindness of your heart. You donate to benefit you and then.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, you'll see some people who donate, there's people who donate like $1,000. Okay, they actually like donated because they're wanting to donate $1,000. And then there's other people who donate like to the penny. If you donate to the penny, like off the rip, I'm thinking, okay, you're doing this for a tax deduction.
What do you mean by to the penny?
Like 1,259 cents.
Okay.
To the penny.
Yeah.
You know what? If I see somebody do that now, I know.
Yeah, it's,
Nah.
it just makes you think like, are you really donating that, or is that for a tax deduction? Now, don't get me wrong, donating what you can is important.
Right.
But those are just things that I kind of look at and just take note of. So back to what I was saying, like business owners and investors, they have the ability to write off a number of different things.
Right.
Cars, cell phones, insurance, clothes.
Your dog, because you said I see that video. And I got a puppy. I can't wait till I get back home.
Yeah,
Like how
how you write off your dog?
I mean, there's your dog has to be. You're gonna write him off as security, right? Is your dog really like big enough to be known as security, or do you have like a little?
Never mind.
Nope. What if I make my dog my mascot?
Your mascot?
Yeah, a mascot for law athletes. So I give Cardi a law athlete T-shirt, and she got to walk around with it all day. She our mascot. Yeah, advertising.
But I mean, you have to like do that religiously.
She's just gonna walk around with that shit all day.
I know, but I mean, like you have to promote it. You know what I mean? So
Promote
like when it comes to like writing things off, there's a rule that I tell everybody to follow. It's called the Ron rule. Is it reasonable, ordinary, and necessary for your business?
Say that again.
Ron, R-O-N. Reasonable, ordinary, and necessary in the pursuit of income.
Okay.
Right? So if you're going to advertise your dog as a mascot, like, okay, like are you running ads with that? You know what I mean? Like how consistent are you running ads? Now if you're only running ads for a week, then all right, cool, then you can write off your dog's bills for a week. You know what I mean? But if your dog is with you all the time, then yeah, that's a different story. Then you can then you can actually argue, right? I think a lot of people are scared to write things off because they're scared of the IRS. The IRS is just composed of people, human beings. How can you be scared of a human being? They bleed like you, they read like you.
I don't think they scared of the human being. I think they scared of the law.
Right. But if you're, they may be scared of the law, but if you're following the guidelines, why would you be scared? All you need is receipts. All you need is facts. Documentation is your best friend when it comes to audits. Your very best friend. Now, if you don't have any documentation, then you're like, okay, like now, like all that money you saved from that expense, we're gonna need that back.
Right.
So that's what it comes down to.
All right, and then I saw you say something about, there's a few things you posted about on your Instagram, right? Writing off. And I'm the club,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Please
The
let
club-
let them know, because the
club,
athletes need to know
You
that.
said the club. I looked at that and I was like, wait, the club? Like buying bottles? You also said trips. I understand the trips. I mean, I understand the trips, so you can talk about that as well. But my main thing, how the hell do you write off being in the club?
So it all depends on the type of service you're offering, right?
Okay, so.
This is my argument for it.
All right.
This is my argument. Remember, it has to be reasonable, ordinary, and necessary in the pursuit of income.
Okay.
I provide tax and accounting services. Now, if I'm in a room full of people, they might not all need an accountant, like bookkeeping services, payroll services, but I can almost guarantee you everybody in there does their taxes April 15th.
Why
Facts.
is that?
Because that's some taxes.
Everybody got jobs.
Okay.
You can't be in the club if you don't have a job. The club is not cheap.
You can.
I mean, come on.
All right now. Let's slow down.
Come on.
Slow down, Theo.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, like, if you're popping bottles, you typically got a job.
If you're buying the bottles, you probably have the job.
Right.
If you're leeching off somebody else's table, you probably ain't got no
But no, I
job.
get what you're saying.
That's
I get what you're
different.
saying.
Yeah.
Majority
You know what
of
I mean?
everyone in there,
Yeah,
at some point, got to do the taxes.
Exactly. So it's like, if I'm in a room full of people, that is literally an opportunity for me to attract business.
Right.
So if I put up a sign that says TaxMan, now remember, when you're at the club, like what are you paying attention to? Like think about that.
The signs.
Yeah, like who's popping bottles, who's going crazy. And so I like to go out. And if I like to go out, I try to think like, what can I do in order to write this off? I gotta get a flyer. I get in touch with the promoter, he puts up a flyer. All right, great. That right there is advertisement. People are like, oh yeah, so-and-so is gonna be there tonight. You get to the club, you see my sign, oh, who the hell is TaxMan? Like, who calls himself that? Then starts buzzing. And so you just create such a buzz that they have no choice. I mean, they're gonna come to your table.
Yeah.
And that's when you just talk. You talk your game.
But how do you prove that how do you prove that you know?
I can almost guarantee you that every time I leave the club, I get a lead. Every time.
But like, okay, you get a lead, or you know, you get someone DM you, but like, how can you prove that and get that written off though?
So that's why I always take videos. You know what I mean? Like I take pictures of the receipts. That's my documentation. I take videos. I mean, it's cool for the gram, but it's really for the IRS.
You killing two birds in one stone.
Exactly. And then on top of that, like most of the time, I try to go to like the spots that I go to. Like I'll try and find like the owner. I'll try to build some type of relationship. And remember, like business is not money. Business is never money. Business is relationships.
This is facts.
Relationships is worth far more than money. Like you,
It's crazy, dude.
it's relationships. So like, think about it. Your barber, he might increase his prices. But why do you always go to him?
Cause he know. Well, I mean, you know.
He know how to cut your
I was
hair.
literally just talking about this. My barber messed me up last week. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
Hey.
our relationship is over. I need a new barber. I'm being so serious.
Hey,
I am
man,
not playing. Cause y'all blends.
I know a guy for you out here, man.
No, in New York, I need to go back. I'm talking about. I need somebody that's like once a week. I need a new barber.
Hey, he'll
I am a
connect you.
consistent client.
Me as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but to your point though.
So it's like so typically you always go to a barber because I mean you don't really care too much about the price. Like even if it goes up, it's like yeah, but that's my man.
Yeah.
I've been going back. I've been with him for some time. That's the relationship retaining you as a client. So it's always relationships. That's it. And so that's how I write off the club. Now I know people saw that video and they did not read my caption and they said, you know, they just start posting stuff like, oh, I'm at the club, I can write this off. Like, okay, great, but do you provide a service that everybody in there can take advantage of, or people in there can take advantage of? If the answer is no,
I'm a personal trainer, so.
come on, man.
Come on, man.
I need
Man,
to
when
get
you go
to
to
the
the
gym.
club, you need to get the bottle. You don't need to get the bottle. But if you get the bottle, man, you need to go ahead and put your brand on there, man. Get a lead.
Bro, you're a brand, bro.
Cause they gotta work off all that alcohol anyway.
People are like,
Come on now.
how are people gonna know you?
Stay healthy was said.
But don't it got to be my business name on there though? Or-
PT said.
Come on.
Stay healthy what PT said.
There you go. Get creative, you know what I mean? Everybody in there needs to work out.
That's true.
You just gotta talk to people like, all right, look, we're gonna commit sins tonight. We're gonna be unhealthy, but this is the workout program you need in order to stay right.
Right.
This is the meal plan that you need to have, whatever the case may be. Like, that's just
Document it.
yeah, you have to. And
I
like,
can't wait till I go out.
bro, when you go out, like you have to remember, like when you step out the house, you are a walking business.
Mm-hmm.
Your brand's gotta be on you. I mean, I wear a suit, but my name's on it, TaxMan.
Talk your shit.
You know, like I write everything up, and right here on the collar, it says Mr. Write-Off.
Mr. Write-Off.
Yeah, right here.
So, oh my gosh, are you the tax man or are you Mr.
I really
Write-Off?
do.
Yeah, I do. It's just that's what I do.
So,
you know what I mean?
so I got a question. So I've heard that, you know, we were talking earlier, like, okay, you get an LLC. Like everyone just get LLCs. But I heard sometimes I'm not gonna say you don't need one, but sometimes like it doesn't do as much good as you think.
No, I think a lot of people get LLCs just because like that's the hype.
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm a business owner, I got an LLC. Do you know how to generate income? Like, do you know what an LLC does for you? Like, the LLC does not give you the right to, oh, just because you have LLC now you can write things off. Like, no, you could write things off under your own name.
Mm-hmm.
LLC just gives you like liability protection. It like creates a whole, it's almost like creating a new person. See what I'm saying? And like, and anything involved with that person has like almost nothing to do with you. So like, if someone tries to sue your business, your home, your personal assets are safe.
They
like
can't
your
come for-
home,
they
your
can't come for
401k,
you.
all that kind of stuff. I think often people get really excited about starting a business, and I think it's amazing. But you have to first find out, like, can you generate income? That's like the hardest thing. If you can generate income, it's like, okay, perfect. Let me legitimize it. And then we could talk about the write-offs and the taxes. But people kind of think backwards, like, oh yeah, like I want to save money on my taxes, so I open up an LLC. If you make no money, you're not going to get taxed. How are you going to get taxed if you made $0?
Right, exactly.
I mean, you might have to pay a franchise fee. You might have to pay
the state fee.
Yeah, the state fee.
So you damn near paying more than you really bringing in.
What?
Yeah.
Starting a business is expensive. The state fee to create the business, your tax return fees are going to go up because not only do you have to file your personal, but you also have to file your business. So it's just expenses. No income?
Right. Because the expenses of.
Hey, man.
What if you get money back because you spent so much on expenses?
Okay, so the way that works, I mean, that's going to last you like
3 years?
2 or 3 years to do that. So like typically, I think the best thing is like if you're working, you have a salary job, W-2 employee, and you have a side business, and you generate a loss, if you typically get a refund, your refund is going to increase. If you typically owe money, what you owe is going to be less. So let me explain it further.
Okay.
Let's say you make $100K salary, right?
100K salary.
100K salary. The government off the rip is probably going to take about 25, in California, about 25,000. So you're left with
75.
Yeah, 75.
Shitting me?
It's bad out here. Yeah.
25K?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
New
Go
York's
ahead.
like
Do your
30.
thing. Do your thing. Go ahead.
Yeah,
No?
New York's sick.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right, so 25K.
25K.
Now you got
Go ahead.
75.
You got 75. But let's say you have a business on the side that has a $15,000 loss, right? You just had a bad year. When you file your tax return, the IRS is going to say like, oh, these guys didn't actually make 100,000. They actually made 85. So all the money that was taxed from 85,000 to 100,000 gets returned to you as a refund. That's how that works.
Shit. I've been doing it all wrong.
How have you been doing it?
We could talk about
Yeah,
it
y'all
later,
even know.
man.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
talk
know.
about that.
Not that wrong. Hold up. Hold up.
It sounds like you
I mean,
messing
we
up.
can file amendments to take care of you, man.
Yeah. Not all that wrong. Okay. Say now. But damn, that's crazy as hell.
Yeah, man. So speaking about LLCs, I do hear sometimes that it's good to have one, but sometimes it doesn't really benefit you as you think, as far as writing things off.
I think a lot of information gets watered down on social media. So like people think like, oh, I could write off a G-Wagon. Oh, I could write this off. Like, yeah, that might solve like your tax problem like right there and then. But because the G-Wagon's over 6,000 pounds, so you could write off the entire thing. But there's cars where you put like $2,000 down. You know what I mean? And the car's worth like 100,000. On your tax return, you could write off 100,000. Which is great for your taxes. But the problem is you still have that car note coming in every month.
This is true.
Can you afford that car note?
So you can't write off the car note?
No, because you already wrote off the cost of the car.
Okay.
So it's like, even though you put $2,000 down, you wrote off the car for $100,000. You're using depreciation. You wrote off the cost of the car. But you can't write off the car note, but you can write off the interest that you're paying on the note. But still, like, the car note is heavy. Now, we're in a recession right now. Now, so it's like, yeah, you can write it off, but you want to really use those resources to pay for a heavy car note? Or do you want to get something that you can afford and use those additional resources to put into marketing, advertising, hire staff, build your empire? So it's like, people just get so caught up in the materialistic things, and when they hear things like that, they get really like excited, and that's why I just, like for most people posting stuff about taxes, I'm like, that's kind of corny. Like y'all claim to be over here trying to help people, y'all are helping people get in debt. Maybe not tax, but like you're not really helping them build their business, build their real businesses. We're in a recession. if you want to help build your businesses, during this time, what you have to do is you have to reduce your personal expenses as much as possible and maximize your business expenses towards bills and expenses that are actually going to help generate more revenue. Yeah. So if your typical overhead for your personal expenses is like $5,000, but you can cut it down to $3,000, now you have an extra $2,000 to put back towards advertising.
Right.
Like your bills are still the same. You just happen to, to live in a little tight, you won't be able to go out like that no more. You know what I'm saying? You might have to think twice about them business meals.
Right.
3 dinners a month turned into like 1.
Yeah,
right.
Instead of going on a date every weekend, or now y'all going maybe on one date. You know what I mean?
The other one split the check.
Yeah. Or y'all go on a walk or something. Some affordable things. You know what I mean? Something free.
True that.
But that's the only way you're going to win. So it's like, are we here to talk about like generational wealth? Are we here to talk about like really winning in business? Or are we just here to talk about like getting rid of our taxes? Now to get rid of your taxes, you got to be smart. Like your biggest expense in your life is going to be your taxes. It's not going to be your mortgage. It's not going to be your student loans. It's going to be, they try to tax you even when you die. So if you can cut down your taxes as much as possible and put that money back towards the business, then you're lit. And so that's when it comes to like tax planning. I mean, the first thing I do is, okay, how can we accelerate your expenses? Like, let's say at the end of the year, you have a profit of like, I don't know, 100,000. All right. What do you want to buy for next year that you're thinking about, like maybe equipment that you're thinking about buying next year? Can we just buy it now? Because you're going to buy it regardless. Right. But if you buy it now, you get a tax deduction that reduces your taxable income. And then once we purchase all the things that you plan on needing for your business, it's like, okay, you still have money left over. Let's accelerate your expenses. Pay the first three months of your business rent, your first 3 months of business expenses. That way, when it comes to January to March, it's all money in. You got no bills, just money coming right back. Right. That money you invested back towards the business is coming right back with a friend. Now that's how you build. Now buying these cars, bro, liabilities, bro. They're not real assets.
Right. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it's going to depreciate.
Now, if you want to enjoy it, I mean, you can rent it for a couple days. Mm-hmm. You can write it off. You got to experience it. You can write it off.
Right.
But you really want to buy it?
But so how would you write it off then?
Rental vehicle.
Uh-huh.
But do something with it.
Uh-huh.
And document it.
Yeah, like that's why when I travel, bro.
Facts.
When I travel, anytime I travel, I just think like, all right, what do I want to do? I got to build a whole reason behind it. If I have to, if the homies want to go to like, let's say Miami, I promise you, I have a meeting out there or whatever the case may be before I buy the flight. Like something is set up. Some type of business is set up. Once that's set up, now I'm gonna go live life. I'm gonna get a nice hotel, nice Airbnb, fly whips, get the foreigns. All right, cool. I'm up. I lived like a superstar for a couple of days. I'm back to the grind.
he be doing it for real. You should see his gram. I'm telling you, that boy be doing it. He got? Let me not even put I ain't about to be putting my man business out there where that man be driving it. But you do your thing, man. That's what's up, y'all.
Yeah, man. So it's just like, it's about maximizing. And I think a lot of people, they're overwhelmed over this whole idea of generational wealth. Like, yeah, like, if you think you're the one to really bring your family to a whole new level, by all means. But I think, like, for every human being, like, your job is just to bring your family one step forward.
Right.
You bring your family one step forward, then your kid's gonna bring the family one step forward.
And what does that one step look like, though?
Whatever, bro. If it could either be from poverty to the middle class, or like less poverty. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because over time, if you keep taking one step forward, bro, one day y'all will be in the 1%. And when when your family ends up, I mean, we're gonna be long dead. But by the time that happens, then your name lives forever. So your job is to only just take one step forward. Now, if you feel like you could take 10, 30 steps, by all means, go. But like this whole hype about like generational wealth, this and that. Like, yeah, I'm here for it. But there's people who preach about it, but their lifestyle is the complete opposite of what it takes.
Facts.
Like, are you 10 toes down? Like, you really want to do what it is that you want to do? You really want to do this business?
Exactly.
Have you done your market research? Do you know who's going to buy what you're selling? If you don't, then come on. Like, you got to just do a reality check. That's it. And if you can't, now starting a business ain't for everybody. There's other things that y'all could do. Put money into your retirement accounts. Buy investment properties. Things like that. Now, if you really want to get rich, like, bro, buy investment properties or buy properties and put it under your parents' names.
Your parents' names?
Yes.
Wow.
So let's say you buy a crib for like $200,000. By the time they pass away, let's say the crib is worth $1 million. When you inherit that property and you sell it for $1 million, you are not paying a single dime in taxes.
Because you're inheriting it.
Exactly. You get the step-up basis. But from all the tweets, all the videos y'all seen on taxes, has anybody mentioned that?
New.
Come on now.
Damn, I've been doing it all wrong.
You keep saying that. I don't think, bro, you're good, bro.
I'm glad.
Stop saying.
Yo, people don't even think about it, bro. People don't think about it.
Nah.
They just think like, yo, I just need these properties to, I mean, yeah, cool, bro, but like, yo, like, give some to your family, your folks. Let them eat the cash flow. Let them save on the taxes. Bro, they've been taking care of you for like at least 18 years. They put a roof over your head, clothes on your back. All right, cool. When it's their time, then it's your time to really ball.
Go ahead.
Your time
about to have
to
this conversation.
really
Look.
ball.
Look, Mom, look. Mama, put in your name. Right?
Because when you die,
Just know.
just know.
Don't forget about me.
Right. Write it in your will now. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to do
I know we
this.
got siblings, but come on.
Right. Mama, I need you to write this in your will in front of my face. When you die, I'm
Come
going
on.
to get this.
Come on.
You can't present it like that.
All right, okay, we're not going to present it like that. But if I'm buying a house and I'm giving it to you, we got to write something. Come on, Mama. Come on. Who you going to get a house to? I bought it.
Come on.
We need some.
That's a good idea, though. That's
It's crafty, bro. It's crafty. So it's like when you have all these weapons and you know like how like you get like a good idea of how the taxes work. It's all about like, yo, how can I use this to my advantage? That's it. And like when you're doing that, bro, you can still work your 9 to 5. You're cool. You just gotta wait.
Wow.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but everybody's got their time, bro.
real.
And when it happens,
But what if you die before them?
shit, man. You know what they say, bro? Charge it to the game.
Nah, that's actually.
Nah, some shit.
I mean, they still got it though.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know
they
what
got it. You know, like they're being.
Should they be helping me pay for the house that I put in their name?
I ain't asked between y'all, man.
Yeah,
That's between y'all.
I think,
These are questions
I think
that
that's
I
when
need
he
to
steps. I think that's when he steps out
Yeah.
out of the conversation.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta figure out like who's you helping me pay for the house that I put in your name?
Be like, Mom,
But I mean, if
you know,
it's
for
if,
me.
If it's in both our names.
but think about this, bro. If it's
dang, it
investment
need to be
property, you know, the cash flow that's coming in, it's gonna pay off the mortgage,
Right.
and you're gonna get a couple $100 on top of that. It's just like, I don't really need that bread. Like, mama, you keep it. But if I need it, I'll cool. But when it comes to doing my taxes, mom, you gotta report everything. But the thing is, the cash flow is gonna get offset by the depreciation of the property.
Okay.
So she's not paying no taxes.
Oh. Okay.
She's cool. Your job is just to find investment property, good tenants, put under their name, and you're chilling, bro. You just wait.
Damn.
And if it takes 20 years, imagine 200,000 in 20 years, bro.
It got to be.
It gotta be like 2 M's, bro.
Got to be.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on, I need that.
Yeah.
Give me that.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Okay.
like just an example, bro. And it's just like, imagine you buy $1 million property. 20 years, bro.
Sweet Jesus.
30 years. We still gonna be young. And I think what worries me is people who are salaried workers, they rely too much on their 401ks and their Social Security. I mean, we all saw COVID.
Yeah.
Imagine retiring during COVID. Your 401k is depleted, boy.
Damn.
Y'all got cooked.
Facts.
But the property of the homes went up. So imagine you retire, yeah, your 401k and doing well. All right, cool, I don't need to touch it right now. I'm gonna just sell this crib. You're cool.
Straight up. So, good debt versus bad debt,
Okay.
right? For me, when I look at good debt versus bad debt, I would say good debt is purchasing a property, right? Because it go up in value more after you purchase it, even though you have a mortgage, right? You paying a mortgage on something that's essentially should appreciate.
Right.
Bad debt would be something that's a liability, like buying a car.
Right.
As soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates in value.
Right.
Or you can appreciate the depreciated asset, like people do Toros and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like people making money off of
Yeah.
Toro, renting their car, boom, boom. So do you have some examples, other examples of that, if that example was correct? I'm not sure.
I mean, I think what you mentioned is like very good. Like typically like bad debt would be like bad assets, so to speak.
So what is
like
a bad asset?
Bro, like a bust down rollie. It should just be like factory made. If it's just factory, then it'll go up. But if you like bust it down, like the value goes down. I mean, it look cool. You're gonna have your 2 seconds of fame. I promise you're gonna have your fame. But if you ever come to a situation where like you need it, like bro, it went down.
Yeah.
Like you lost. Now I think when it comes to debt, don't take it unless you know how to. Unless you strongly believe you can flip it. Like I think, like people say like education's bad, like student loans. But I believe student loans bought people time. Like yeah, you're gonna come out like people rack up like $200,000 in student loans and come out with a job like $80,000. After taxes and expenses, you might keep like 20 G's. You're paying that for the rest of your life. You could find yourself in that type of situation. However, a lot of people who go to school don't know who they are. And so I'd rather you rack up debt in order to stay safe because you're in a schedule, you're learning something, and you know you're eventually gonna find like your way in life. But if you rack up that debt, make sure you pick something that you could just flip, make money off of. And you can make money off of anything, man. Off of anything. Damn. The internet is so powerful, bro. Damn. If you know how to write a book, you can start courses on how to write a book and flip that. And your audience, it's not just your city, it's not your town, it's the whole world.
Right. Damn.
So you gotta take school seriously. But people think like, I don't need to go to school, whoop-de-whoop. Like, bro, like, one, you met great people, you networked.
It was amazing.
You had a great time. Yeah, you racked up debt. So if you racked up debt, what are you gonna do to flip the script? How could you use what you've learned and acquired, because you got a piece of paper in exchange for that debt. Now, how can you make that and flip that to help you make more money?
Right.
Now, if you're just over here hoping that they're gonna cancel student loan debt, hey, good luck.
We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe.
Good luck. What? America's counting on that, boy. They're
It's not having it, man.
Well,
Yeah. They give you that before they give you a business loan.
Man,
yeah, facts.
They give anybody student loans. Yo, take it.
student loans and car loans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, come on.
Yeah, take it. Take it.
Come on. No, for real though. Bro, they'll give you some money to go back to school. Oh yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Here you go. What you need?
Exactly, man.
It's true.
And so I just think like business is like the avenue for a lot of people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who have jobs, but are built to be entrepreneurs. Those are the people that I'm really like trying to reach out to. Give them the extra push, like, yo, go quit your job. Like, you're built for this. Like, if you ever have like friends that, you know, growing up have worked like 2 or 3 jobs, yo, they're down for the grind.
Yeah.
They could absolutely run their own business.
Right.
And so it's just like, yo, y'all need to just have the confidence to get out, go get it, and then come talk to me to help you save it.
And that's law right there. Nah, that's facts.
You know?
What would you say? Have you worked with athletes before?
No, I haven't worked with athletes yet, but I do know how to help them.
But guess what? this will be your time too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Absolutely.
But with the entrepreneurs and investors that you have worked with, right? What were some of the biggest mistakes that you seen come across your table in regards to tax preparation, the whole nine?
Yeah. Like number one thing, man, if you're operating a business, no matter how little, how big, you need to know your numbers. You need to know how much you made, you know how much you spent, not just how much you spent, but like where your money went. Like it's got to be itemized. Because if you don't, then you come to me like, hey, like here are my bank statements. Like, no, I'm not about to weave through your expenses. What?
They have apps for that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have apps.
Truebill.
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks, yep.
That's my favorite.
You like QuickBooks?
I use QuickBooks every day.
There's something called
We over here
Keeper?
just sponsoring. Y'all need to sponsor QuickBooks, Truebill,
I think it's called like Keeper Tax.
Keep a Tax, whatever the hell.
Like that.
Sponsor us because we just shouted y'all out.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah,
Keeper
yeah,
Tax?
I have.
It's like
It's
name like Caitlin. Like one time I got a text message like Caitlin, like, oh, did you do this? And I was just like, Caitlin, who's Caitlin?
Caitlin.
It was like 11:30 p.m.
Caitlin.
It's like, but no, it's called Keeper Tax though, and I guess they just have like automatically like person who just text you. It's
okay.
Caitlin. That's all.
yeah. I mean, I think like you have to know your numbers. Because if you don't know your numbers, how are you gonna know what to put your money in? Like, how do you know what's making you money? Like, you just think you know.
Facts.
Because especially when you're like just starting a business, you're wearing all the hats. You're your own assistant, your own janitor, your own salesperson, your own marketing person. You're everything. And so when you have so many different things going on, by the time you even have like time to just relax, have peace of mind, and you think like, okay, how am I going to grow my business? Like, what do you have to reflect off of that? Do you know your numbers? How much money did you spend on meals? How much money did you spend on travel? Can you cut that down and put that money elsewhere? If you put money towards advertisement, okay, like do you know the return off of that? No? All right. Go invest into some KPI products to find out like, yo, what is hitting? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it Google Ads? Because whatever is hitting, that's what you need to feed.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what I would say. I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't see the value in having like a bookkeeper. And the bookkeeper, that is your foundation. Because if your numbers are wrong, I can't give you good tax advice.
Right.
I can't even do your taxes right. I think it's right based off the information you provided me. But if the foundation is cracked, how are you ever going to build an empire?
Facts. You can't help them unless they help themselves.
Come on now. I offer bookkeeping services too.
My man. But speaking of, well, you said books, right? Bookkeeping, boom. What are some books that you feel like, you know, even somebody just getting into the game should read?
Should read, I would say, a good tax book by Mark Kohler. It's What Your Account Won't Tell You. Mm-hmm. That's code.
What your account
Won't tell you.
Won't tell you?
Yeah. And so he explains like taxes like fairly simple. It's nothing like complicated. It's cool. It's a cool read. And so that way, if you have an account, that just kind of helps you do your checks and balances. Like, are you messing up? Like, how come you didn't tell me about this? How come you didn't tell me about that? You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to have like a really good relationship with your accountant. And even if you don't, you want to have the courage to like make sure they're doing their job right.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it's your affairs. You can't just give the keys to that person, someone you don't know. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you got to check up on them. And if you feel like they're not really adequate and up to the job, yo, time to go shopping. Get rid of them.
It's like my barber.
Just like your
Yeah, man, go shopping, man. I know a guy.
I actually got this book that I started reading. Let me see if I can show you right here since we already right here. It's by this dude named Kevin LeDrew. Trudeau?
Oh, Kevin Trudeau? No, I haven't read that one. How's that?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah?
Yeah, he be talking this stuff on there.
Bro, you know it's a crazy book, man?
What's up?
10X.
10X?
Yeah. Grant Cardone?
I seen that man before.
Grant?
Yeah.
You met him?
Nah. I just seen him on Instagram.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I was like, where you meet him at?
Seen him on Instagram.
Yeah,
Well,
read his book. You're gonna make more money.
10X.
Yeah.
10X, I need 10 times the money.
10X, The Richest Man in Babylon,
I heard about that.
Yeah, Rich Man in Babylon.
Code. Pay yourself first. That's what you're gonna learn. Hustle hard, hustle smart. No, hustle smart, hustle harder. By 50 Cent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, read that one.
Rich Dad Poor Dad?
I mean, that's cool, but everybody reads that.
True. All right, so I want you to look at this, right? And I want you to see which law applies to you the best. It's only one law that you can pick in this situation.
So which one applies to me best?
Yeah, with everything that you're doing.
I would say I want to pick 6, but I don't like the first word. So like become a student of the game. I think I am a student of the game. So I wouldn't pick that one. I'd say utilize the system. Don't let the system use you, right?
Okay,
Right.
all right.
So the same thing with taxes. Like, yo, this is the whole system built. I'm using the system to my advantage. Anything that I want to do, I say like, all right, how can I fit this within the IRS code? Honestly, if I can't write it off, I'm not doing it. I personally think it's expensive. Like, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Like, people see me on the ground like, oh, he's doing a lot of fly stuff. Like, yeah, that looks expensive. Trust me, it's a write-off. I'm cool.
Okay.
If I can't write it off, it's got to be like super important. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's rules that you bend, you know, for family and stuff like that. But if it's not that, like, I'm cool. I don't need it. I don't go to Disneyland. I don't go to Six Flags. I'm cool. I'll walk to the beach. I am.
That's free.
Cool. Yes.
I don't like roller coasters anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that.
Okay.
Sounds expensive, man.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Say no more. You know what's crazy? I really thought he was gonna put financial future, to be honest.
Financial future. But I like that utilize the game. Don't
Because
let
he
it-
is in the system. We understand we in the system.
Absolutely. Gotta leverage it, man.
That's a fact though, man. This is actually really good, man. I learned a lot. And
Man,
I know they will learn a lot. People probably back home like that. Writing down notes. Writing down notes. No, this is dope though, man. This is really dope. Glad you was able to come here, teach us some loopholes. Which one of your favorites? Or one of the things that you like that kind of opened your eyes?
Shit.
Just one of the loopholes.
You gotta
One of
pick
them.
one.
Better pick one.
Only
Yeah.
one, man.
I mean, to be honest, like even if we, you know what I'm saying, going to the club. Because
Yeah.
I told myself when I touch a meal, I know I'm gonna touch a meal.
Yeah.
Man, we going out, man. We going out. We going on a retreat. The whole 9, man. I got to write everything off.
You have to, man.
Everything off. The retreat, the party, the club. Everything got to get written off. And I know I want to do that because I want to celebrate all this hard ass work that we've been putting in.
Absolutely, man. And that's why, like, I try with like my content, like, I try to write. I try to talk about things that like we like to do. You know what I mean? Like,
It's relatable.
we love to be outside. How can we write off outside?
Right.
As much as we claim that we hate outside, it's a love-hate relationship, but that's
That's
another
our
topic.
title right there.
That's
How to write off outside.
Yeah. Yo, man, outside sports getting expensive these days, man.
Yeah. Especially in Atlanta. Nope, can't do it.
The headline. How to write off outside.
Outside. That's law.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we definitely appreciate having you on the show, for sure, man. And I feel like we deserve to have a part 2 of this because this is the surface level information that everybody can grasp. I'm pretty sure once they learn this, they like, yo, we need some more. We need some more. We need to learn more. So hopefully we can give them a part 2 so they can learn more.
Absolutely, man. Fellas, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. I love what you guys have going on. Your platform is very special and different. And I think what you guys are doing is very powerful. You guys are showing people that you don't only have to be an athlete.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially with people of our skin color. You don't have to be a rapper. You don't have to be an athlete. You can be an entrepreneur.
Right.
It's important to show different avenues of life. And I think you guys are doing that with your platform. And the laws are amazing.
Thank you.
So, yeah, once again, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And I look forward to a part 2. You let me know, we'll make it happen.
That's
Facts.
law.
That's law.
Boom.
Head on
Thank you.
swivel, I'm focused and not out here nervous. Your words never hurt us. Straight out the dirt, know the grind is gon' take me the furthest. My verses in cursive. Me and my dog wrote this down 50-50, no curtains. I'm closing the curtains. Stop all the acting, I'm tired of all of the purpose. Moving like I'm losing, never go against the law. Moving like I'm losing, never whoa, whoa. Moving like I'm losing, never whoa, whoa. I be moving like I'm losing.